The confirmed number of cases of the coronavirus in Los Angeles County today comes to 150,319. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 4,047. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is now 831, with total confirmed deaths increasing to 52. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Rhiannon Trutanich. It's 2 p.m. on Saturday, July 18th. Los Angeles County hits another milestone, surpassing 150,000 confirmed coronavirus cases and more than 4,000 deaths reported in a single day. This week alone, more than 1.4 million people tested for the virus, with the 7-day average of positive cases come to just over 18,000. The county saw the daily records break twice this week for new positive cases of the virus. Officials warn the alarming surge in cases could trigger stricter stay-at-home orders and potentially close more industries. Public health officials are pleading with the public to avoid large gatherings, wear face coverings, and social distance while out in public. The U.S. military is stepping in to assist local hospitals overwhelmed by the surge in coronavirus cases. Close to some 740 military doctors, nurses, and healthcare professionals will be deployed to California, Texas, and possibly Florida soon. While the bulk of the medical personnel will be sent to various regions in Texas, here in California, more than 150 Air Force medical staff will assist in intensive care units. The state reported nearly 20,000 new cases in the last 2 days, the largest two-day total in confirmed cases since the pandemic began. In Texas, nearly 600 Army and Navy medical staff support have been called in to assist hospitals struggling to deal with a surge in COVID-positive patients, filling up hospital beds to dangerous levels. Torrance, along with dozens of school districts, are now having to take their reopening plans off the table. Just a few hours after California Governor Gavin Newsom announced state guidelines for reopening schools, the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health released new orders in support of the governor's announcement that schools must remain closed at least to begin the school year with only distance learning models offered. According to the governor, school districts throughout LA County, along with 31 others on the state's watch list, are prohibited to reopen in the fall for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. In order for districts to reopen campuses, their county must be off the monitoring list for at least 2 weeks straight. And once campuses do reopen, there's a chance they could be closed again if outbreaks return. There are 80 school districts that oversee 2 million children in Los Angeles County. Newsom said in his Friday press briefing that learning was non-negotiable and neither was safety. Now, when schools are eventually allowed to reopen, they must meet a number of requirements, including mandatory masks for staff and students in 3rd grade and above, physical distancing protocols, and regular on-campus coronavirus testing. Now, according to the new guidelines, if one person is confirmed to have the virus, students and staff in individual classrooms at that particular school will be sent home. And if multiple classrooms or more than 5% of the school is infected, then the entire school must close. In Torrance, where there are close to 23,000 students, parents were asked to reply by Monday on whether they preferred online only or a blended approach. The new school year is expected to begin on August 26th. As the country continues to suffer from a nationwide coin shortage, in part due to the coronavirus pandemic, retailers are asking shoppers to pay with exact change or use a credit or debit card to complete your transaction. With the economy shut down at the beginning of the pandemic and more businesses offering contactless options for payment, the circulation of coins throughout the economy has come to a dangerous low. For the past month, retailers have been struggling with the lack of supply from the banks. So if you have quarters, dimes, nickels, and even pennies, you're encouraged to deposit those at your local bank branch. Big retailers like Walmart, Target, and CVS are asking for exact change or to use your card when you pay. Airline passengers who may have a health condition that restricts them from wearing a face mask are highly encouraged to postpone travel until a mask can be worn. Delta Airlines reports that if passengers request a mask exemption, they will be subject to a medical evaluation on site at the airport with a private medical consultant. Major U.S. airlines are requiring face masks while on board, except when eating and drinking, and those 2 and younger, as well as those with a disability or health conditions. Delta says passengers should be prepared to complete what's called a clearance to fly process at the airport if they plan to contest wearing a face covering. With less than a month left to file for a disaster recovery loan, small business owners in LA County who were impacted by physical or property damage during recent civil unrest may get a sizable loan to help. The loan process by the Small Business Administration will consider businesses of all sizes and private nonprofit organizations as well, and could borrow upwards of $2 million to repair or replace damaged or destroyed real estate, machinery and equipment, inventory, and other business assets. The SBA's low-interest loans can also help businesses with the cost of improvements to protect, prevent, or minimize the same type of disaster from occurring in the future. The application can be found at disasterloanassistance.sba.gov, or you can call 1-800-659-2955. The deadline is August 17th. Thanks to the help of generous donors, the city's police department will be able to purchase more life-saving tools. The Torrance Police Foundation granted $25,000 to the Torrance Police Department recently to expand its automated external defibrillator program. Torrance Police Foundation was founded in 2016 and supports excellence and innovation in policing. It's the third grant by the foundation to help improve the community's safety and health. A popular fast food chain is changing things up this summer. Taco Bell fans will have just a month to enjoy some of the restaurant's favorites before they do a complete overhaul of their menu. Taco Bell says they plan to evolve their menu to simplify operations and make their team member and customer experience easier. Rumors say potato items, quesaritos, beefy Frito burritos, the triple layer nachos, and Nacho Supreme may be on the chopping block. Other fast food chains like McDonald's and Subway have also cut their menu during the coronavirus pandemic to help speed up the service. Popular grocery chain Trader Joe's is now under fire with claims that some of their branding of ethnic foods are racist and are being asked to change its packaging. A petition was started 2 weeks ago on change.org and has nearly 900 signatures. The petition asks the grocery chain to rename products that claim to perpetuate harmful stereotypes. It says the products in question are food items from various parts of the world that are rebranded under the Trader Joe's umbrella. Items labeled Trader Jose, Trader Giotto, or Trader Ming's, referring to Mexican, Italian, and Chinese products, among other ethnic-sounding items. The chain says it's already begun to work to phase out the names, and while its approach was intended to be whimsical and lend to a variety of interpretations, they recognize that it may now have the opposite effect. The weekend is here, and if you haven't checked out downtown Torrance yet, you're in for a big treat. Bringing back the city's downtown does dining al fresco. The community can enjoy a number of restaurants participating in this pilot program. You can order from at least 9 restaurants downtown and then eat under the lights on Sartori Avenue between El Prado and Marcelina. City staff proposed this idea to give local restaurants additional options once the state closed indoor dining. This allows businesses to continue serving to customers in an outdoor setting. Participating restaurants include Local Kitchen, Chato Tea Room, Madre, Capo Irafuni, La Capilla, Tortilla Cantina, Red Car Brewery, The Depot, and Miyabi Uni. To learn more, head to torranceca.gov/COVID-19. The Torrance Madrona Marsh Preserve and Nature Preserve is now welcoming visitors to drop in without making a reservation. While they do have limited hours, you can now stop by Thursday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Officials say access will be given on a first-come, first-served basis. They will also continue to follow county safety protocols and keep an eye on how many people are on the preserve at any given time. Once the capacity is reached, guests will need to wait for visitors to leave before more are allowed in. The marsh continues to follow the county's recommendations to minimize the spread of COVID-19. Face coverings are required at all times and social distancing rules must be followed. More and more farmers are returning to the Torrance Certified Farmers Market. This week, you'll find peaches, pluots, cherries, sweet navel oranges, as well as a number of fresh vegetables brought throughout from local farmers. You can also drop by Thai Tiffany's for prepared foods, Colossus Bread and Pastry, Brenda's Fresh Roasted Peanuts, and La Boulangerie for fresh croissants and tamale treats. This week, a number of curbside orders were placed. Those can be made online a day prior to the market. And be sure to bring your face coverings, stay socially distanced, use the hand sanitizer available throughout the market, and leave additional family members at home. The market is open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., rain or shine. There's a place here in Torrance offering a fun and socially distanced night out during the summer weekends. The Rhodium Drive-In, located on Redondo Beach Boulevard, is welcoming back visitors to enjoy a night out under the stars. This weekend, the 1978 classic film Grease will play on the big screen, starring Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta. The California classic is about teens in love in the 1950s. The musical is just under 2 hours long. Tickets can be purchased ahead online. Gates open at 7 p.m. and the movie will begin at sunset. The entrance gate closes at 8:30 p.m. Attendees are asked to remain in their vehicle at all times except to use the restroom or when ordering food at the snack bar. And during those times outside the car, visitors must wear a face covering. For those who have a truck and plan to sit in the flatbed of their pickup in the open air, masks must also be worn. Service pets may join if they remain inside the vehicle. Otherwise, pets are encouraged to stay home. Restrooms will be available and will be frequently sanitized and monitored by an attendant so that social distance can be maintained. The snack bar will be open for hot food and concessions, and orders can be made in person. The general community can purchase tickets for $25 plus fees per car online. Military and healthcare workers are offered a 20% discount. They're encouraged to pay at the gate for a flat rate of $20. There are more movies scheduled for the upcoming weekends. You can check online at rhodium.com. Heading into the middle of July, we want to hear what your summer plans are and how you plan to make it the best one yet. Whether you're planning a road trip or a staycation somewhere, no matter how big or small your summer plans are, we want to see how you're capturing each summer moment. Share your summer fun story. Email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community, feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and reflect how Torrance truly cares. Well, the world lost two civil rights heroes on Friday, John Lewis and C.T. Vivian. Longtime Georgia Congressman Lewis died at the age of 80 following a 6-month battle with pancreatic cancer. Reverend Cordy Tyndall Vivian, or CT, died at the age of 95 of natural causes. Both dying a day before the birthday of the late Nelson Mandela, another famous icon and champion of racial equality. These men who truly cared for all mankind not only lived a remarkable life, but made an impact on so many people through so many generations. Many took to social media last night to remember these iconic civil rights leaders and offer their condolences. Torrance Congressman Ted Lieu tweeted a picture with Lewis captioning, "An incredible honor to be with national treasure and American hero John Lewis." Bernice King, daughter of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., said, "Reverend C.T. Vivian was a strategic, nonviolent leader, a brilliant mind who believed that soul force could overpower physical force. I'm thankful for his legacy of service and influence. including in my father's life. Former President Barack Obama said, "Not many of us get to live to see our own legacy play out in such a meaningful, remarkable way." John Lewis did. Journalist Dan Rather tweeted, "He had strength, courage, and heart enough for many lifetimes." Whoopi Goldberg said, "We have lost another pioneer of the civil rights movement, C.T. Vivian, a man who helped set the path towards change in this country, helped organize some of the first sit-ins, and was a freedom rider. Rest in peace. Condolences to his family." And Senator Elizabeth Warren wrote, "John Lewis was a true American hero and the moral compass of our nation. May his courage and conviction live on in all of us as we continue to make good trouble for justice and opportunity." Vivian and Lewis's work to fight for equality, freedom, and basic human rights for more than half a century continues to inspire leaders and activists across the country today. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow at 2 p.m. as Christine Lee brings you the latest updates. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Staying home will slow the spread of COVID-19 and will without a doubt save lives. Critical things like food, pharmacies, laundromats, and more remain available. Those who work in health, food supply, and law enforcement will continue to perform their jobs. Programs like paid sick leave, unemployment, and others will also still continue. If you do leave home, keep 6 feet between you and others. We are all in this together. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.
Hi, this is Ken Jung, and I just want to send all my thoughts, loves, and prayers to everyone affected with coronavirus, aka COVID-19, and just want to thank everybody for practicing social distancing, which is easy for me because I don't have any friends. But social distancing is 6 feet apart from everybody. Also, Dr. Sanjay Gupta said it best: behave as if you already have the virus. So behave as if you're already positive. Then what would you do? You would keep yourself socially isolated. You wouldn't want to infect anyone that you love or anyone around you. And that is social distancing, which is being 6 feet apart from everybody. And also go to the cdc.gov website. They have an amazing resources there. If you're ever concerned that you may have it, go to the symptom self-checker, and you can also look up symptoms for people who you love, not just you. So go to the cdc.gov website, stay informed, stay educated, and stay socially distant. Love you.